Shalom, my people. Shalom. Shalom, my people. Kind of get this lighting right, but shalom, my people. Shalom. Hey, this is a message. It's called Esau's Heaven on Earth. I'm just here to talk to you before Christmas, before y'all celebrate Christmas. This is Esau's Heaven upon Earth. I just want to give a little bit of information on Christmas. Then I'm gonna go on to something else, just because y'all already done it. So I mean, I can't change your mind, but I can hopefully change your mind for you to tell your kids, but they won't go through the same thing. Shalom, people. This is Yaqua trying to give you information about what's going on, because right now they got you so blindsided because you worried about Christmas when the Lord told you not to celebrate Christmas. The Lord don't even hear your feast days, but I'm gonna get to that. But check this out. I went in the Dollar Tree the other day. They have taken Christmas off the shelf. Now they got Valentine's Day. They're not even giving your pocket chance to rest, but they telling you stay home, stay masked up. How you gonna stay home, stay masked up? They keep giving you all these holidays. You have to wake up to what they're doing to you, people. They are what they call blindsiding you with all this stuff, and you can't concentrate. Because one thing I know about so-called Negroes, if I keep pushing a bunch of, they can't concentrate. So they don't know what's going on. They ain't paying attention to what's in front of their eyes. They don't see what's going on behind the scenes. But I'm gonna get to this first before I get to my message. I know y'all seen the news. Everybody been watching news, Channel 4 news. Y'all seen where it was an Army veteran from Jacksonville recently infiltrated the Ku Klux Klan, and all while he wore a wire for the FBI. In his time undercover, Joseph Moore found out the KKK had deep ties in many Florida law enforcement agencies. That's why they're killing you, folks. That's why they're killing you. You're not even paying attention to what's going on around you. They're killing you because they are in the police force. We've been told y'all that they took off the white sheet and put on the uniform. That's why they can come up to you and kill you and do you any kind of way. They are not only in the police force, they are in the courts, they are in the electoral system, the White House, they're everywhere power. But you don't know that because you're not paying attention. You should be out there shopping and you're going to be in debt until the next following year because that's a curse God put upon you. You're going to be in debt for the next following year trying to make somebody happy while they're living good. You're going to be in debt the next following year. January the 1st coming up and people going to need to pay their mortgage. Guess what? You ain't going to pay it. People with student loan, when they change that thing and make you start paying back, you ain't going to be able to pay because you're going to still be in debt for trying to pay for Christmas. I just wanted to put that out there. And guess what else, folks? Check this out. Y'all don't know that in some of these warehouses or some of these old abandoned buildings they got in your neighborhood. And you wonder why they're in the building, just see anybody using it. They stockpiling ammunition, stockpiling guns and weapons in there, and y'all don't even know it. The man just told you he did a 10-year undercover investigation and tell you that police department are Ku Klux Klan. So if I tell you that they got abandoned buildings in your neighborhood with weapons and stuff stockpiled, so when the race war comes, because I told you God said a race war coming. God said I divided the nation. So God races, not me. So when the race war coming, you wonder how they're going to come in your neighborhood. They already there. You already got stuff planned in your neighborhood because niggas not paying attention. We just walk around partying hard and spending money for Thanksgiving, Christmas. They haven't even did the New Year thing in the store full of Valentine's Day things. These are pagan holidays. I just wanted to get that out there. I want you to, hey, this is the, you said, well, what is our feast day? These are your feast days that God gave you. Leviticus 23:3. The Sabbath. The Sabbath is tomorrow. But they're going to put it, see how it land on Christmas Day this year. The Sabbath, if they supposed to be celebrating Jesus Christ, how come every day it changed? Every year it changed. It moves. If you die on a certain day, or your day never changed. If you born on a certain day, it never changed. Well, how come theirs don't change? Why can't they just always be on a Saturday, or always be on a Friday, whatever day be? Why they keep changing? Because it's not real. When you were born on February the 10th. It never changes. You always February the 10th. God, they change. They change all the time. It be in this month. It be change it. But guess what? Because they got you blind. This is our Passover. This is our holiday, the Passover. The Feast of the Unleavened Bread. Leviticus 23, 5, and 8. They'll never teach you that in church. The Feast of the Fruit. The Pentecostal. Leviticus 23, 15. The blowing of the trumpet. 23, 14. Leviticus 23, 24. The Day of Atonement. Leviticus 23, 27. The Feast of the Tabernacle. Leviticus 23, 34. The New Moon. 2 Chronicles 18, 8, 13. Them is our days. Them the day we supposed to be worshiping. See, we don't supposed to be worshiping these old wicked days. Go to Jeremiah 10. Go to Jeremiah 10, please. Jeremiah 10. Jeremiah 10, 2. All the way to 10, 4. Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen. The heathens all the other nations. Everybody else do what we don't have to do. We separate. We just gave you our holiday today. We supposed to be separate. So they give you their fame philosophy and got you and make you celebrate these days. These not our days. That's why you curse on all these days. You in debt. God curses you for following these heathen. Thus saith the Lord, learn not the way of the heathen. Be not dismayed at the signs of heaven. When they be having 4th of July, they busting stuff in there. When they go up to space, don't be dismayed at what they do. For the custom of the people are vain. God said the custom of them other people, they vain. He don't even pay attention to it. For one cutting down a tree out of the forest. That's a Christmas tree. You know that's a Christmas tree because you used to cut the tree out of the forest. The work of a handsman or the work of a hands of the workman with an axe. He chopped down the tree. He decked it with silver and with gold. That's a Christmas tree. They fastened it with a nail. Remember back in the day when you had to nail it down. Now you got stands. And with hammers, and it moved not. The God said the tree don't even move. It just sit there, it don't move. They are upright like a palm tree, stand straight up. But speak of not, God mocking the tree. The tree don't even speak. They must need be born. God said the tree must need be born. It can't even speak. Because they cannot go, be not afraid of them, for they cannot do evil, neither also is it in them to do good. God said you worshiping nothing. You don't want to worship a Christmas tree. Because every time you bend down, you pick that tree up, that gift, you worshiping the devil. The devil is the devil is not a man with horns on it. It's a deceiver. The world was given into the hand of the wicked. They painted the faces of the judges thereof. I think that Job 9:24. Lord, tell you what they did. Who owns the earth? Who runs the world? God said the hand will give it to the hand. The world will give it to the hand of the wicked. Who is the wicked man on the planet? Who has no melanin in their skin that causes compassion and love? People don't know that. Me and a guy was talking about it on the job. I said, man, melanin it's not just to protect you from the sun. It gives you a sense of loyalty. It gives you love. It gives you stability. It makes you smart. It makes you creative. That's why we're able to do all this stuff. Flip high, jump high. But what they do is they come in there, they can destroy your melanin in your skin by giving you marijuana. That's not real. Giving you smoke, reefer, cigarettes, anything, cocaine, liquor. They give you all the stuff put in your system so it destroys you. It destroys your system so you can't think. Your creative mind is gone. I did a study on melanin years ago. I need to do one again. Your melanin is very important. It helps you learn in school. It creates the little kids. They have no melanin. They have no creativity. They have no compassion for nobody. They dropped the bomb on Hiroshima. Everywhere they go, they destroy and take. They don't never go nowhere and spread love. They go to Haiti and rape our kids. They go to the Pole Caribbean Islands, steal the kids and rape them. They go to Jamaica and let the Chinese take over. And the Chinese take over, you go to Jamaica now, there's more Chinese than there is Jamaicans during there. In another 20 years, everybody a little funny. There'll be hybrids because the Chinese taking over and they paying the wicked Jamaican leadership money that they'll pay their road, build they sit up. build school, but guess what? You got to learn. They made them their original language, which is Mandarin. So you're gonna go to Jamaica, and they're gonna be talking Mandarin. But I'm just telling you, folks, that's what God said, not both. Go to Amos. Go to Amos 5:23. Amos 5:23. I'm sorry, 5:21 to 23. I despise your feast days, these holidays. We got our own feast day I just told you about. I gave you our feast days, our new moon, our blowing of the horn, our tabernacle, our unleavened bread, the Passover, the new moon. I gave y'all our feast days. God hate they feast days. I despise your feast days. I will not smell in your solemn assembly. God said, I'm not smelling that stuff. I despise it. Though you offer me burnt offering, that burnt offering, that the chicken, the rib, whatever you cooking. Though you offer me burnt meat, though you offer me burnt offering and your meat offering, I will not accept them. Neither will I regard the peace of offering of your feast day. That's when you're praying. Take it away from me. No, the noise of the song when you sing around and stand up at the table, y'all singing songs that God don't even love. I will not hear your melodies of thy voice. God said, I don't hear none of that stuff you're doing. It's in the Bible. The church won't teach you that. That's why you stay in debt. That's why you're so blind. That's why you're broke. That's why you have no money, because you spend all your money on feast days. They keep you broke. Every time you turn around, it's a holiday. Every day of the month is a special day. They even got candy day, cookie day, every day, because guess what? If I can keep you occupied, I can keep you blind, docile, and crazy. You'll think somebody like me, you hate me because I tell you the truth. But you love them because you love their philosophy. Go to Romans. Romans 3 and 4. God forbid ye, let God be true, but every man a liar, as it is written. God said, let every man be a liar, but God's word is true. God's word never changes. I can't think of it. It's a lady come on radio, and her when she get ready to sign off, she said, God never changes. It's in the scriptures. It's in Hebrew. God said, I change not. His law has not changed, people. So you let the church come on there and tell you that the law changed. Law ain't changed. Just think about it for a minute. If you obey the law, just imagine the curse that will be lifted off of you. You will not have your generation of generation of generation. Not all the kids care about stuff. If you can't get them stuff, guess what they do? They go sell drugs or do anything to get it, or a gift destroys the heart. I want to give a shout out to my daughter. I want to give a shout out to my daughter. Ashley, I love you. I thank you for what you're doing with your family. Because guess what? She's not celebrating Christmas. And her daughter is all A's since she started school. She go to University of Christian. She started all A's in school. All A's. And she made a B. And that girl was destroyed. She was mad and angry. They had to talk her down. Baby, it's all right. But guess what she made a B in? History and religion. Because it don't resonate with us. History and religion don't resonate because they teaching us their religion and they teaching us their history, and they feel it in their soul. So they try their best to make it work. That's why you can't make an A in it. That's their history. That's why our kids can't go to school and be happy and learn, because that's their history. That's their math. School is a pipeline to Christianity. School is a pipeline to Christianity. You go to school for 12 years and learn nothing about yourself, only about Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, and Douglas, and what's the other name? Who made the cotton gin. That's the only thing we know. Made peanut butter. That's the only thing we know in school. We know nothing about our history. We got a great line of history, but they won't tell you that. They won't tell you that. Go to Colossians. Colossians 2:8. Go to Colossians 2 and 8. Beware, lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit, after the tradition of man, after the rudiment of the world, and not after Christ. Yahweh Shah. God just told you beware of the wicked. Because guess what? They give you their philosophy. They don't give you ours. They don't give you our feast days. They give you theirs. I don't know how to get to the cross tree, but they give you their philosophy, not ours. It don't belong to God. All this wicked stuff that's going on in this world. You got people gonna be sad because they don't get a Christmas gift. Because their philosophy have deceived us. They are getting ready for war while we are getting buying gifts and stuff, not saving your money, not buying canned goods, not having stuff. We need to get ourselves in order because they getting ready. They are in your neighborhood, penetrating your neighborhood. You go there to the east side. Anytime you see any structure, you finna get eliminated out of your neighborhood. Gentrification is what they call it. Red line is what they call it. I got a book here called The Color of Law. It still stands. Y'all are still suing people because guess what? They discriminate against the bank when you buy the house. It's called The Color of Law. They've been doing this. I read these books. They've been doing this. Nothing new to me, but it's new to you because you ain't never heard of it. They call it the color of law. They've been discriminating you in the banks. When you go buy a car, when you go get a house, they discriminate you. You getting a loan to get a business. It's called color of law. This is their deceit. This is their feigned philosophy. Colossians 2 and 8. People, we have to wake up as a people. Esau is a deadly man. I'm going to give it to you about our history, about what the Indians. This what they see. They hate us so. They hate the so-called Negro so bad. Anybody who help us, they will destroy them. Anybody who help us, they will destroy them. Why you think them other nations be able to come and get loans and put it right in your neighborhood? Open up a store in your neighborhood. You go in your all black neighborhood in Moncrief. Now black man own a store. You got all Arabs and Africans and Chinese and Japanese, all these people and Korean in your neighborhood. They own all the stores, all of them liquor stores, dollar stores, with the food that'll kill us. Because we have nothing to own. God said we should eat the sour bread. Sour bread, we're in the land of our captivity. Baruch 3 and 8, I think it said that you still you still yet in your land of your captivity. Because we still here. See, this is their heaven. This is our hell. Why you think they're living so good? That's why when you see a poor white Esau, they living in two hells. They going to hell and they living in hell. Because when the judgment they come, they gotta go face the Lord done. So you born and you poor when you have no business being poor, because the world was giving it to you. And then when you go to judgment, God gonna judge you on what you did to us, regardless of whether you did it or not. Because God said, prepare slaughter for your ancestor, for your father, father. Because guess what? You still living off the blood money. Y'all killed all the Indians. The blood running through over 100 million Indians y'all killed. We got school named after every last one of these people who killed us and destroyed us. These people should be, if the law stands for them, they're supposed to go out and shoot every last one of these people who went against the United States of America. They're called treason. Because all the presidents, everybody that got up, that's on these schools, committed treason. These people fought against the United States, so-called. But guess what? They give them buildings. They didn't get none of the people. They didn't get none of the federal, so they get all the Confederates. All of them got none of the Union soldiers have a school named after them. They get all the Confederate soldiers. How you get somebody who lose the war and you give them school name after them and statues? Because they tell you how wicked they is. I'm gonna tell you something, people. They bullet everybody. So if you help us, they bullet the Indians, which is our brothers. The Indians are our brother. It's in Genesis, I think it's 49 or either 50, where Jacob gave all our 12 tribes what's going to happen. He said, Judah, which is the so-called Negro, your brother shall bow down you, which is the other tribes. They're going to bow down. Everybody look up to us. Everybody look up to us. So if they can keep us down, everybody, the world will never be at peace because they're looking at us. All you got to do is read the Bible. He said, Judah is the top tribe called Jesus Christ, so-called Jesus Christ, which is real name Yahushua, came from the tribe of Judah. So you are the bloodline of Judah. You are in the bloodline of Judah. You can't trace Esau back until the Greeks, when Alexander the Greek came in. You can't trace that back. Y'all seen that movie when the 300, when he went in there and supposed to have killed them people inside the temple? That was our temple. They just tell now he supposed to be Alexander the Greek. That's our temple, not 300. What it was? Brad Pitt played. Yeah, Brad Pitt played there. I can't think of the name. Brad Pitt played the actor. Y'all know who I'm talking about. When he went to that temple and destroyed the temple. If you go and read Maccabees 1 and start from there, that's the temple. That's our temple. They're always getting people to betray us as being white. He came in there and destroyed our temple because they had us under captivity. That's when he became the power. When God said, when the Greeks came in, evil had never been more prevalent upon the earth. Because you can go back to them and you see where all the evil started. They're just an evil nation. Because see, I'm not teaching hate, that's your history. So just imagine if you learn your history, you'll know how to control yourself. Chickasaw, Indians, they had 12% slaves. Chickasaw, Indians, they had 18% slaves. And they treated us worse than the white. The Chickasaw Indians treated us worse than the white treated us as slavery. Cherokee had 14% slavery. Creeks had 10% slavery. The Seminole firmly rejected slavery bondage. But they not the real Seminole that you see today. The Indians were basically black. They were all black. We come just like Ephraim, the Mexicans, Chile, all them was Indians. But they don't tell you that. They tell you this all crazy stuff. Because you don't learn, you don't read, so you don't understand. See, but they not these people that you see today. But they made sure they had us in slavery because they would put them over us. They would subject them over. They would give them stuff before they start. I'm gonna tell you why they took away their land. See, this is what I'm reading. The U.S. said if the Indians did not know how to treat slaves, then something would have to be done about Native American Indians. See, they bullied these people and they're treating us wrong because we would live amongst the Indians. Because see, you gotta understand, like I said, you go back to Genesis when they said they were battle. Everybody they think they say, okay, well, the Indians taught them we taught the Indians everything they know. If you read this book right here, what I'm reading called Black Indian Blacks, we taught them everything they know. They didn't teach us. See what they did? They said that the Indians didn't know how to treat slaves because they tried to treat us good, but this is what they would do to us. I know you can't hardly see it, but see that? They beat us and hung us. This is what they wanted the Indians to do us. This is what they want the Indians to do to us. But check this out. But the Indians wouldn't do it. So guess what they did? They said we're going to have to do something that had to be done about it. So an Indian Removal Act in 1830 because they would not treat the slaves harsh and moved Indians to uninhabited land, Arkansas, all the way to Oklahoma. See, because they wouldn't treat us like slaves. We would be amongst them and eat and feed and do this stuff. They treat us like people. But they wanted, the whites wanted the Indians, the United States wanted the Indians to treat us like slaves, like they did. So what they did, they came out with an act, a removal act, 1830, removed all the Indians out to these harsh lands where the whites didn't want to go. So they had already tilled that land and made it eat, grow food. That's why we taught them how to eat. But then they come and stab us in the back. This is history, not hate. This is their history. And they showing it to you today. Why you think they don't want to teach you history in school? Because you might learn it. Somebody might show hate. Hate. That's all they all ever been was hate. Since Alexander the Greek, not the Great, Alexander the Greek came in. And he showed hate throughout the world. He passed it on down to his generals and his son. And that's them. They come all the way down. They still here. They still treat you like slavery. They still treat you as a slave. You don't even know it. You going back to the new Jim Crow. This is Jim Crow the second. This is where you're going back to, but you don't know because they keep putting the holidays in front of you. You can't see. U.S. slaveholders viewed leniency as a sign Native Americans did not understand bondage. They wanted to keep us in bondage. So what they would do, they made that act and move them out. They would destroy a whole tribe if they didn't know how to treat us like slaves. But guess what? They don't tell you that we were Indians because we all cousins. Because we come from the 12 tribe people. I beg you to learn your history, man. Ain't nothing wrong with reading. Ain't nothing wrong with learning your history because guess what? We will not learn our history. So we are lost as a people. So we don't know. So stuff like this is news that you don't understand. That's why our kids can't pass history and can't pass their religion because it don't resonate with our soul. It don't resonate. See, they have been treating us wrong so bad. Guess what? The Seminole Indians infuriated the whites. And Indian chief, with their level of generosity, fairness, quality towards slaves. The Seminole Indians didn't treat us like this. They fought side by side with us. So now, if you go home and read, I'm going to give you a glimpse of what happened to the Seminole Indians, because them Seminole Indians, what you see now, that's making worth $1 billion. Don't you see the other? Why, okay, if they love Indians, why the other Indians still on reservation? Why they still getting pipelines through the thing? Why they still missing? Why they still come kidnap what they don't tell you about on the news? Why they still in their harsh land that they gave them because they didn't treat us right? Because they treat us like people and not slaves. Why you think they in land that's uninhabited? See, for people you'll never learn, you'll never understand because you'll never read. See, church is supposed to be about knowledge, not a religion. Religion means division. That's why you got us divided. Why you got all these different churches. But they'll never teach you that. And I'm trying to teach you, you'll never listen to me, because right now your mind's so occupied on this pagan holiday they got up on you, the philosophy and the deceit for the so-called Esau. You will never get that. You will never understand that. And I try to teach you, I'm trying to learn you, and it make no sense. If you just calculate in your mind, it make no sense. Check this out. I'm going to show you something. I know it's small to see. This is a movie now. A Universal International in Hollywood produced the horse opera Tommy Hawk in 1951. It cast white actors Jackie Oakey and Jim Beckwourth. Jim Beckwourth was a great black military man. He was a great black Indian. He was an Indian, folks, and he was black. I'm trying to get to the picture, but they portray him as a white man. Back when you heard the movie Daniel Boone, we were watching the movie Daniel Boone, didn't know what they were watching. All that stuff about black people. See, but they'll never teach you that. We've been learning their history forever. I'm trying to find a picture of what he looked like. It's way in the back here. But he's a black man. He was a black Indian, so-called. And guess what, people? They'll never understand our history. They're gonna never teach you your history, because this is what they want. There you go, right here, folks. If you can see that, he was a pure black man. See that black Indian right there? That's John Beckwourth. But they had a white man playing him in 1951. They always do it. When you watch them, what you call, I call them biblical movies, they always have white people playing us. They'll never make a movie about you being a black Jesus. Or never make a movie about you being a Hebrew Israelite. But if you read that book, you'll see that they were black. So-called blacks. They treat us so bad, it was crazy. See, they would move us in uninhabited land. Guess what? Removal meant more than a change in geography. Fragile cultures were uprooted by army troops and driven to an alien climate or location. The Cherokee, it was a murderous trail till by President Matthew Van Buren ordered 7,000 soldiers under General Wilfred Scott to move a nation of 14,000. Homes were burnt, livestock, tools, printing press, and personal possession seized and destroyed, because they wouldn't treat the niggas bad. That's what I'm telling you. These are bullets. They treat everybody like that. They would destroy you if you try to help us. This is what they did to the Indians. This is what they did to our Indian brothers, turned our brothers against them. Cherokee men, women, and children include 1,600 black Cherokees was pounded westward in midwinter by federal soldiers. 10,000 Cherokees survived, but Van Buren assured Congress that their explosion had a happiness effect. The Cherokee have immigrated without apparent reluctance. They broke them down, people, to like nothing. They have never loved us, and they never will. Until we realize that, They have never loved us, and they never will love us. Anybody who try to help us, they will destroy them as a people. We have to wake up and realize what's going on because they are destroying us as a people. We are lost as a people. We still following these pagan holidays. And I give you scripture. I don't lie to you. I give you scripture, but I guess like I tell you, if you're a Christian, you're part of that two-thirds that the Most High said He got to destroy. You're part of that two-thirds. Let me find that scripture real quick, folks. Two-thirds shall die. Zachariah. It shall come to pass in all the land, saith the Lord, that two-thirds in it shall be cut off and die, but one-third shall be left in it. Two-thirds of you Nicholas got to die because you got to remember this book was written to us. It's written to us. See, if you don't understand that, you'll never know. That's Zechariah 13:8. Zechariah 13:8. You'll never understand what's going on. Two-thirds of you got to die. So I can see the two-thirds being the church because the church have nothing to do with the Bible. Nobody in the church go by the Bible because if you break down the laws to them, they all say the law is done away with. I done seen, especially the women, I done seen people, the law can't no man keep the law, can't no man keep. That's how she's screaming. She was screaming loud. But you can see her body was all out of shape because she eat crab, shrimp. You can see the things in there. Because the dude brought it out. He said, yeah, I understand you want to keep eating your pork, your crab, and your shrimp. She started laughing. But you could see her body. You could tell it was. Because nobody want to keep the law because they want to do their own thing. See, Christianity teach you not to keep the law. So how can you go? I still can't understand how can you go to the back of the book without reading the front. If you don't read the front of the book, you'll never understand the back. But Christianity teach you that. Hey, I give you on this day, please come out of them Christianity churches because you just making the pastor richer. You're making him drunk with wine. Drunk with wine means this philosophy that he's giving you. He making you drunk with wine. Wine means philosophy in the Bible. It means drinking wine also, but what I'm talking about at this point, it means that the pastor is giving you wine. Wine is his philosophy, not yours, because he want to continue doing what he's doing. He wants your money. In the Bible, the money was 10% of the crop, not 10% of your money. See, but they'll never understand that. The money for you put to bring food to the church to feed the people. But guess what they do? They want 10% of your money. So guess what? You forced to pay the pastor your money or pay your light bill. You got old people around here and came by their medicine because they're giving the pastor this money. They'll go to the pastor, pastor, I need money for my medicine. Pray about it. That's what he tell you. Instead of giving you the money, see, that's what they're supposed to be for, but they don't do that. But then you'll see him go get in a Mercedes, a 550. You see him get a 550 Mercedes. You go see him buy jets. You see him with $600-700 suits on. You see the first lady, his wife. You see she dressed like royalty, but you are starving. But you so blind that you don't understand. I pray that you go in there and read your Bible. I pray that you're not the two-thirds. See, they'll never teach you that in church. God's word changes not. You will be that two-thirds that will not understand it. If you don't recognize with your soul, and you don't have a tinkling effect to you or something like that, you might be the two-thirds. I'm just saying. Yahweh, Shai. We pray to you that you give your message to the Most High. That we get this information, get it out because our people is dying and they don't see it. Ku Klux Klan, your neighborhood, an old abandoned building. The man just said they spent 10 years undercover, wired for the FBI. And guess what he said? He said they are inside the police department. They always been inside the police department because people never understand how the police came about. When the police came about, they gave the pole crackers the job to chase the niggas down when they escaped. You'll never understand it because you don't know your history. That's why my grandbaby can't make an A in their history. Can't make an A in her religion when she was making A's all her life. My grandbaby read like me. She ride around, get a 300-page book and read it in a day. She get this information, but guess what? They not when you go to school, you read these books and then you read this here. It don't match up. So it mind conflicted. But by her being so smart, she was able to adapt to make a B. But she wanted to make an A. She was destroyed. Went in there and took stuff off the wall because she's not used to making no B's. They don't celebrate Christmas. I love it. But guess what? That girl, she got 3 daughters. She got 2 daughters and 1 son. He a little fella. He can't be. He just learned how to walk. But guess what? Them kids so smart and ridiculous. They don't celebrate all these holidays because guess what? They get stuff all year round. They get stuff all year round. Good grade. She got a little motor, got a little go-kart like a car. They got all kind of accessory games and stuff because guess what? She celebrate them all through the year. They don't even know what Christmas is. Christmas just another day. Kids come out with toys. They already got these things. See, but we wait the one day to show our kids appreciation one day, which is their day. This is vain philosophy. Shalom, my people. Shalom, my people. I do this out of love. I do not hate you. I do this out of love. I give you scripture to go to so you can prove me. Call me, write me, do whatever you want to do. This is Yahquar signing out. Yahquar signing out. Shalom, my people. I love you. I do it out of love.